All right, so this is Laptop Camp Day 1. Make sure that you utilize the website we created for you to go back over anything that we go over today. After we go over Windows 8, I am going to ask you to download Chrome. The majority of your computers, actually all your computers, have Explorer on them, but we are going to be working with some Google stuff towards the tail end of today and then all of tomorrow. And Chrome is the best way to utilize Google products because Chrome is made by Google. And then on Wednesday, the last day of camp, we will be going over Microsoft's new online program called Office 365. My goal for you this camp is to make you as unconfused as possible. We're going to be using a lot of terms that aren't interchangeable between Microsoft products and Google products, and I don't want to confuse you. That's why we're going to go over Google stuff one day and Microsoft stuff the next day so that you can understand how to work both of them. I just don't want you to be confused. Now, I may be the one talking today, but as you look around, there are lots of knowledgeable teachers here to help you out. So if you raise your hand, someone will come over to help you out. Okay? So, first things first, what is this crazy Windows 8 stuff all about? Well, let's take a look. So this right here, besides that awesome picture in the background, this right here is what we call the desktop. This is what Windows has been known for 10 years. Ever since Windows 98, way before you were born, okay, they used something called the desktop. And in the bottom left-hand corner of the desktop, they had something called the start bar. And when you clicked on the start bar, a little window would pop up with all the options that you can do for your computer. Well, Windows had this great idea, or an idea at least, to make every single portable device that you own, whether it's a tablet, whether it's a smartphone, whether it's a computer, whether it's a desktop, to have every single device that you own have the same similar operating system. It's called an OS, an operating system. And so what they've done is they've added the start bar to look like these tiles that pop up. And you can navigate these tiles pretty easily just by taking your cursor and going left to right. If you have a touch screen, you can just swipe over left and swipe over right. A lot of you are very used to the touch screen. I bought a huge computer for my house with the touch screen, but every time a fly would land on it, it would open up a program I didn't want. So I had to turn off the touch screen. So some of you are going to utilize the touch screen a lot. Some of you are never going to utilize the touch screen at all. So just keep in mind that you don't have to use the touch screen if you don't want to. You can always turn the touchscreen feature off if it just becomes too bothersome for you. You can always turn it back on, and I'll show you how to do that later. But there's two things I really want to show you. First thing, in the upper corner, it should have your name. In the upper right-hand corner, it should have your name. Oh, so to get there, let me show you how to get there. Hold on, because some of you are not there. So if you're on your desktop, there's two ways that you can get there. You can either come up, actually, the best way is go to the bottom left-hand corner, and you should see four little tiles, four little windows, and click on it. And it'll bring it up. So I want everybody to be on this screen, the start screen. Okay? This is called the start screen. Now, on your start screen, in the upper right-hand corner, it should say your name. And if this is the first time you've turned your computer on, it'll have a blue icon with a generic person on there, not you. If you want to change that, now if you're working on a school computer, you probably don't need to change it. I wouldn't, because you're going to have to go back over and change it back. But if you have your own personal computer, if you click on it, it says change account picture. So you can change the picture to whatever you want. Just like you change your Facebook profile picture, you can change your Microsoft account picture. You can use a picture that you've taken. You can use a picture off the internet. You can use whatever picture that you want. Okay? But that's how you change the picture. You click on Change Account Picture. And it brings up the settings. And you just click Browse, and it goes through your computer and allows you to find the picture that you want. Just, you guys have all done the Facebook. Raise your hand if you've done the Facebook stuff, adding pictures to Facebook. Oh, wow, good. At least you're getting kept off Facebook for a while. You just click on Browse, select the picture that you want, and boom, now you got a picture for your account. Okay? I like to use funny ones. And that's basically all you're going to need for that. Now, next, just like on your phone you have apps, on this you have apps as well. Okay? Now, these up here are apps that Google has preloaded already, except for Twitter. I put that on there. They preload them. Some of them you may want, some of them you may not want. To delete a tile, help and tips. I don't want it. I don't need help or tips. I right-click on it. Now what that means is you have a little cursor, a little trackpad. It's a little pad right down below your keyboard. And you would click off to the right of that, and it will bring up these options. And then all you need to do is click Unpin from Start. Remember, this tile screen is called your Start screen. And there used to be, and some of you may have this at your house, there's a little board made of like cork, and you put push pins in it, and you can pin things to it, like notes or something. And so they call it pinning. If you've ever done Pinterest, that's the idea behind Pinterest, is pinning things that you like. So you can unpin this from your start board. That means you're just taking it off, and you're not deleting it, you're just removing it from the screen. So if I click on Unpin from Start, it goes away. Once again, I did not delete it. It's not gone forever. It's just taking it off your start screen. You want to put the most commonly used items on this start screen. That's the whole point, is to make things accessible to you very quickly. That's what the start screen is all about. Well, where did it go? I unpinned it. I just told you I didn't delete it. So where did it go? Where? Yes, if you slide, yes.
They try to sign into Akamai and then disconnect it and then sign into USD students, they are connected. So could you tell them all that?
Okay. So if you're still having trouble connecting, we're going to come around and still help. But a nice helpful hint is when you sign up for the Wi-Fi, try connecting to the account that says Akamai. Connect to it, then disconnect from it, and then try connecting to the USC student again. Just disconnect, connect, disconnect, connect. I know a lot of steps, but technology is fickle that way sometimes. So, as we were told by, what was your name? Who said it? Isabella. As we were told by Izzy over there, okay, all you have to do to find your apps is to hit this little button down, or if you have a touch screen, scroll up or scroll down. It moves it up and down. And there are all your apps. And just like we unpinned from the start bar, we can go through and pin items to the start bar. Once again, pinning is just like putting a nice shortcut on your start bar screen. So let's say that I want to pin a calculator, because I use calculators a lot. I'm going to right-click. Once again, right-click means that little trackpad at the bottom of your computer. You go to the right side of it and right-click. brings up your options. Now, there's two options. It says pin to start and pin to taskbar. Now, I told you there's two different ways to use Windows 8. There's the start screen, which is what we're working on right now, and the good old-fashioned desktop. At the bottom of the desktop, there's a little bar. It's called the taskbar. Task meaning the different tasks you would like to complete. So if you don't like using the start screen, the tiles, and you want to do it on your desktop, you can always pin these to your taskbar. That'll be found on the desktop, and I'll show you that in a second. But if I click pin to start, it shows it that it is now pinned to my start bar. Okay? So what I want you to do right now, so that we can get people caught up, or if people have questions, we can get them caught up, or if you're already caught up and you're like, cool, I want to try some of these, go for it. So what I want you to do is I want you to go through your start screen, and I want you to unpin the items you know you're not going to use. Unpin. Remember, you right-click, and you click on Unpin from Start. Then what I want you to do is go to all your apps. Once again, to get to all your apps. Now let me show you one more time. I don't need this food stuff popping up. I get hungry just by being hungry. I don't need to be looking at food. So I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to unpin. It goes away. So unpin and repin. Try it. Try it. Unpin and repin. If you have questions, raise your hand, and we will come around. So you're going to go up. There you go. Kind of like you're saying, get out of here. Yes. So 2 fingers in the bottom corner. So hover over what you want to take away. So you want to take that away? So in the bottom corner, with 2 fingers, hit. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, so you have Windows 8, but not Windows 8.1, which is fine. So it's just going to bring this thing down here. And you just unpin like that. Okay? Just one more extra step. Once again, if you need help, raise your hand. We'll come by. Okay, so hover over what you want to do. Okay. Now, here's the thing. You have to do it with your trackpad. And for you, it'll show up down there, and it'll unpin. Mm-hmm.
How do you do this part?
Well, it says current password. That means you already have a password for your computer. So whatever you would log into your computer is.
Log into my computer?
Yes, to log into your computer.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's after you said trackpad, shouldn't they be able to spring it to the bottom and it should scroll up, right? To get to that list?
There's a little arrow. Just click on the arrow, and it'll bring up that list.
Don't use it, but it did not work.
There we go. And for you, it's going to be down there.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of them have the Windows 8, and then the new computers we have is 8.1. And so it's going to be a little bit different. They've changed it up a little bit. So, oh, not a touchpad. Right there. No, I think that's just a... There we go. It's going to be under the search for your apps. Yes. Oops, wrong button. Right there. So you can see why they've updated it because they put
So did you see how he did that? Miss Martin checked all of
Okay.
like every time I try to log in, it doesn't work. They always say this is the wrong password.
Is this your computer or a school computer?
My dad got it.
Have you logged into it at home?
No, I tried it, but it won't work.
Not even at home? See that password hint? Nickname, birthday? Try your nickname and birthday.
I did.
You did? It didn't work? All right, let's see. For right now, use one of the school computers, and I'll leave this up here, and I'll try to figure it out for you. Okay? Here's this so that you can log in. Okay, so let's go over what we've done so far. We've looked at the desktop really quick, and then we looked at the start screen, which is the tile screen. We've shown you how to unpin items from the start screen. We've shown you how to pin items to the start screen. Now we're going to show you real quick how to personalize your start screen. Now, you can always move your tiles to different locations. So if you click and hold, you can move them around and replace your tiles in different places. So or you can, once again, if you have a touch screen, touch it, hold it, and move it. You can move these items to any place on the start screen that you want. Now notice the start screen goes left and right, right? And it always comes to this part of the right side of the start screen first. So that's where I would put the most commonly used apps that you're going to be using in class or you use on your own personal time. Now we're going to come back to the apps in a second because I'm going to show you how to run 2 apps at once. Okay, so you can have your Twitter feed on the right side and your homework session working on the other side. Okay, I'll show you how to do that in a second. But for right now, take your cursor and go to the upper right hand of the screen. And it brings up, once again, this little bar. You're going to go down to the cog wheel called Settings in the upper right hand. There we go. So once again, I'm going to go to the upper right hand corner. It brings up my little bar up there. Now some of you have Windows 8, but it's the older version of Windows 8. They always ask you, it says update, update, update. So if you do have the older version of Windows 8, you will want to click on to see if you can update it to Windows 8.1 because they've made it easier to get to this screen. Some of you with the older one, you got to take your cursor off to the right and move it up and down a little bit and find the right spot to bring it up. I don't know why. That's it. But the newest version has done a really good job at making it easier to bring up. But once you bring it up, you want to click on the settings. And it brings up this little menu. So if you want to personalize your start screen, what do you think you're going to click on? Personalize. Because you want to personalize it. So you're going to click on Personalize. And notice it brings up all these different tiles. Now, all the tiles have a different theme, right? A different background, a different color scheme. And so I like the robot one, but if you want it to be like, I don't know what that is, that, flowers, all stuff, I don't know. You can click on it. Let's say you like this happy Disneyland weird thing up here, but you don't like the color. That's fine. You can always come down to the color palette and you can change your colors to suit what you want. And one more thing, what if you don't like any of those themes? What if you want to put a picture in the background? Well, the very last tile is whatever your desktop picture looks like. And I'll show you how to change that desktop picture. So you can always click on the last tile and it will make your start screen look like your desktop screen. So notice now I have a picture in the background instead of a theme. And it looks just like my desktop, right? Look at the picture on my desktop and look at the picture on my start screen. So it makes it look similar to your desktop. So you can do it that way. So go ahead and play around a little bit with your personalization of your background. Okay. Here we go. Here it is.
Because I'm not connected or I need to activate Windows in my PC settings.
There we go.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Where's it at?
Oh, I can just type it.
Oh, there you go. And try now. There you go. Mm-hmm.
I have a team call.
Okay. So let's go to.
I'm not kidding. This is what I did. No, I'm not kidding. I've seen this. It's like glue. But
No, I'm just gonna type it.
I don't want to know how to cook.
Oh, that's right.
So, Judith Andrew Zimmerman or whatever. And Patrick Zero and Mike Askinen and Michelle Bernstein. We already talked.
There we go.
Whoa, that was so good.
A slice of bread, melted cheese, ham.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
All right. Now, oh wait. Now that you have your computer kind of looking more like your computer than the boring old default settings, I'm going to show you how to open up two apps at once. Now, some of you might already know how to do this, okay? But the majority of us do not, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's say that I open up my Twitter account. But I don't want it to take up the entire screen, which it's doing right now. I come up to the top, and it brings down. Now, if you want to close the app, there's two ways you can close the app. You can click on the top and drag it down, and it'll drag it down to the trash. Not trash, but it'll turn it off like that. Or you can click on the X. That's what those are for, to close the app completely off. But if you grab this and drag it over to the side, notice it brings up this black bar. And I can make the black bar as big or as small as I want. Notice I can still get my Twitter feed right off to the side. Now if I go back through and open up something else, let's say I want to, what do I want to do? Open up my mail. I can view my mail and my Twitter feed at the same time. And I can come through and I can turn off that again, but notice it'll keep my Twitter feed open off to the side. Now if I want to close that one, close it off. And whenever you close off of all of your apps, it defaults back to the desktop screen. Okay? Now, some of you, if you have your own computer, you bought it from the store, it may not default back to the desktop. It may default back to your start screen. There's really no benefit of either. Okay? I mean, if you want it to default to the desktop, fine. If you want it to default to the start screen, that's fine. It really doesn't matter because I can go back to the start screen just by clicking on my little Windows thing down there. So it doesn't matter which one yours defaults to, but mine always defaults back to my desktop. Okay, so now I want you to practice opening up 2 apps at once. Okay, practice, 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 practice. Huh?
How do you do it? Like, I seen you do it, but I was...
So click on an app. Yeah, I don't know why not. Yeah.
How'd you get those? How'd you get those?
Just like anything, they cost money.
How'd you get those?
I said, give me some glasses.
That you just went up to, like, grab some glasses?
No, it's an application. You have to put an application in.
Can you, like, do thingy?
Can I go singing?
No, can you do the thingy with the glasses? What is,
I
like,
just took your picture.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, does it show? Wait, does it show you
Huh?
like you?
It uploads to my Google account.
Does it show you like?
Can you see anything? Like... Oh, what? I can see it.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So let's open up. Now, see, Chrome will open up to the desktop. So let's just find something that'll open up to here. So let's try this. There we go. So I come up to the top and move it off to the side. See how it opens up this little tab?
Oh, yeah.
And then let's say I want to open up
Google Earth.
what?
Google Earth.
Oh, no, that's, there we go.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, whoa.
See, so it'll have your app off to the side while you work here.
Oh, that's so cool.
And you can make this bigger or smaller. And then if you want to close it, grab it, and throw it in the trash. Okay.
They're going to go in that hall. No food or drinks around the laptop for stuff, and just tell them we're going to do a short break today, like 5 minutes, just so I'll get to you.
Okay.
He feels like this, but he still can't get on. I can try to look him up right now and try to get him on.
Okay. You want to do it right now? Okay. All right. Now, we've been going for a little while, and it's still summer, so I don't want you to be sitting down too long. So you're going to take a 5-minute break. Now, I'm going to be in here during your break, so leave your computers. If you want to close the lid, go ahead and close the lid. If you want to leave the lid open, leave the lid open. It really doesn't matter for 5 minutes. Oh, wait. The bathrooms, if you have to take a potty break, are through that door. Okay, that's where the bathrooms are. If you want fresh air, travel out of town somewhere. But if you want Fresno air, just go outside those doors. Only 5 minutes. If you're having computer problems, like you can't log in, go see Mrs. Martin over by the fancy tables. 5 minutes. You may go. What's that?
usually do it the second or third week. I'd have to ask Noelle what she wants to do. Because now that we have these assigned to our rooms, I don't have to wait for them to be delivered.
We could do that. All right. Welcome back from your break. Now, we're going to do, because we have 1 hour left, and I want to make sure you can log into your Google account before we leave. And sometimes, just like at the beginning of this session, it took a long time to figure out how to log into our computer. We may fall into those same traps when we're trying to log into Google. So we're going to try to give us enough time to allow us to do that. So you should all have a white piece of paper that you were given when you came in to laptop camp. So take it out, and if you have it, lift it up and shake it. So I see that you have it. Shake it. Good. All right. Good. You don't have one? Go see Mrs. Martin. Tell her you didn't get one of those papers. Actually, do you know your ID number? Your school ID number? You know it? Okay, then you don't need it. Then we're good. We're good. All right. I'm going to borrow your paper. Okay. I'll wait. Now, you were given this paper, and every single one of you has been given an email address for Google by the school district. And this email address will work for you all the way through your senior year of high school. This is how your teachers, hopefully, will be in contact with you all the time. Now that's a good thing, because they can send out mass emails saying, hey, don't forget we have a test tomorrow. Hey, I forgot to tell you how to do this homework. Or you can email the teacher and they can email you back. Email is a very good tool. So that's why we've given it to you. In fact, all the way from first grade on up, students have them now. Okay? But I want to show you how to log into your Google before we log into the Google. On this paper, it says Google sign in, and then email that is blank, and password that is blank. I'm going to tell you what to type in there, or write with a pencil. Okay? So, your email. Now, capitalization doesn't matter on the email. Your email is the first initial of your real first name. And I say real first name because some people like going by their middle name. Or some people have, like, they put their name in half and they use the last half or something. I don't know. But it's your real first name. Like if your name is Anthony but go by Tony, don't put a T. You have to put an A because your real name is Anthony. Okay, so it's the first letter of your first name. Once again, capitalization does not matter. After that first letter, you're going to write in your entire last name. Your entire last name. Now, if you have a hyphenated last name, that means you have two last names. Okay? That means you have a last name and then a dash and then another last name. That's called a hyphen. Instead of a hyphen, you're going to put an underscore. Right? So instead of a dash in between, you're going to put a dash at the bottom. That should only involve a few students, but just in case.
Tell them it doesn't matter if they already have another email. They have
Yes.
to have this one.
And it doesn't matter if you already have a Gmail. It doesn't matter if you already have a Yahoo. I don't know why you would, but, okay? This is the email address that you're going to be using for this camp and for school. So you need to do this. Okay, so to recap, first initial of your first real name, the entire last name that you have, and then the last 3 digits of your school ID. First initial, last name, last 3 digits of your school ID. And then write in this, the @ symbol, right? It's the A with the circle around it, the @ symbol. CUSD for Clovis Unified School District, CUSD student.com. So once again, @ CUSD student.com. @ CUSD student.com. And then your password is your school ID. That's it. Just your school ID is your password. So make sure you have that written down so that when we type these in, I don't have any pens. Sorry. See if you can borrow from the people next to you.
Does the password have to have 500?
Yes.
Okay, what do you do?
Okay, now to make sure everybody in your group knows what to do, you're going to look at the person to the left or right of you and say, did you do it right? Or do you know what you're doing? Or do you need any help? So that we can see if everybody has... So you're the last 3 digits. So yeah, 659. What's that? When are you going to use it? All the time. All the time.
My computer died.
Well, you don't have a power. Where's your power cord? How come it's not? Is it plugged in?
I didn't hear you.
All right. See all this. Okay, so once again, now there you go. Turn it on now. Once again, the email is first initial, entire last name, last 3 digits of your school ID @ CUSDstudent.com. That is your email. Your password is only your student ID. It's different than the Microsoft password. On the Microsoft password, you had to put in the 2 initials of your name and then your school ID. For Google, it is just your school ID. For Google, what is it? Just your school ID. Okay? Now, remember when I told you at the beginning that I'm going to try to make you as least confused as possible between Google and Microsoft. This is why sometimes we get confused. Okay? For Google, it's just your school ID. That's for Google. Oh, I'm sorry. Now, I want you to raise your hand if you are a PlayStation person. PlayStation. Like, that's how you play your games. When the new PlayStation comes out, that's the thing you go to. Okay, put your hands down. If you are an Xbox person, raise your hand. Okay? Now, okay, put your hands down. Raise your hand if you think PlayStation and Xbox like each other. No, they don't. They try, I'll wait for a second. They try and do everything they can to make themselves as non-compatible as possible. That means you cannot go and buy a PlayStation controller and use it on Xbox. That means you can't have a Rock Band guitar for Xbox and use it for PlayStation. You used to be able to, not anymore. Okay? They try to make themselves as uncompatible as possible. And you have people that are diehard Xbox fans, and they give you their reasoning. Then you have people that are diehard PlayStation fans, and they give you their reasoning. Now, some people, I don't know many, but some people, they like to use both. They buy the Xbox and they buy the PlayStation, and when they have an Xbox Live account, they have their email and password for that. When they do the PlayStation Network, they have a different email and a different password for that. So notice, you can't log into your Xbox with the same password that you log into your PlayStation. That's the way Microsoft and Google are. They are two very similar products, right? They are used in the same way, sending emails, making documents, but they don't like each other, and they're not compatible as much with each other. Now, Google does a very good job at trying to make itself compatible with Microsoft, but not the other way around. They are competitors. They compete against each other for your business, okay? And as Clovis Unified, we've made the decision to give you both, okay? Think of us as giving you both the PlayStation and the Xbox. That is why you need two different passwords, because they do not belong to the same company. So when I say Google, think of PlayStation. When I say Xbox, think of Microsoft. Since it's owned by Microsoft, why not? Okay? So they are not the same. They are different. So please don't think when I'm talking about 365, that's Microsoft's product, it's the same thing as Google products. They are different. So you have to kind of put a compartment in your brain for Google and a compartment in your brain for Microsoft. Now, it is your prerogative to choose the one you want. If you like, after this camp, you like Google better, you can do all Google and then forget about Microsoft. If you like the Microsoft side better, you can forget all Google except the email, because you need the email, and then do all the rest Microsoft. I personally like Google, as you can tell by my glasses. Okay? I like Google. They are very simple for me. They do a very good job at bringing everything together. Very good job at sharing and collaborating, and it's free. Okay? Microsoft for you is free, but after you graduate Clovis Unified, no, it won't be free. Google is free all the time. Okay, so I like Google for that fact. But we're going to teach you both, and it's going to be up to you and whoever your teachers are at your school to determine which one you're going to use the most. Crossing my fingers on, I don't want to say it, but on the one I like the best. Okay, so I want you to, we're going to log in, and it's, this first time we're going to log in two different ways. Actually, let's see if we can log in the first way first. So, raise your hand if you have not downloaded Chrome yet. That's the first thing. Okay, so we're going to help everybody download Chrome. If you haven't downloaded Chrome, go to our website. Okay, the website that we showed you at the beginning. And on that website is a link that says click below to download Chrome. And then you click on it and it'll say, would you like to download? You click yes. It'll download. It'll say, would you like to run? You click run. It says install. You click yes. Just keep hitting run and yes and install. All that until Chrome pops up, and then pause. Yeah, that's what we're going to pause, yeah. Okay, so once again, once you download Chrome, you're going to pause, because there's two different login screens for Chrome. So we're going to help you out. Oh, you have it right there.
Oh, but I don't have it. Oh, I do?
Mm-hmm. You have it. You have it. Make sure we're downloading Chrome. There you go. You got it. Chrome. You have tons of Chromes. Click on any of them. Girls, let's get on Chrome. It's right there. And so don't, just hold on right there. Yeah, go ahead and click on Chrome. Go ahead and click on Chrome. Go ahead and click on Chrome. Good, just stay right there. No, this is for Chrome. We want to get on Google. Now, I'm going to tell you the two different differences. Okay, you're on Explorer. That's Chrome. See the difference? Explorer is blocky, and Chrome is round. Just click yes. Turkey, sourdough, everything's good on it. Whoop, I'm sorry. I'm going to smack you in the face. I apologize. There we go. Just hit cancel, yeah. There you go. We're going to open up a new tab. Just like that. So pause right there. Right now, nothing. Okay, raise your hand if you still haven't got Chrome so we can help everybody out. All right. Let's see real quick. I'm going to double check and see your activity. There we go. There we go. Just hold right there. No, but we'll fix that later. Just go ahead and open one of them. Yes. Yes. Now just open up a new tab. There we go. Not yet. We're going to show you all how to log in.
I was already logged in with my normal Gmail.
Yeah, just log out.
Okay.
And then we'll log back in. So click on that and hit sign out.
Okay.
There we go. And then we'll sign in right there. Yes. Yes. The whole thing. You're connected. You're good. Perfect. Yeah. And then just go to google.com. Okay, now, real quick, I'm going to come around and help more people. If you were able to open up Chrome, I want you, in the top URL, remember, the URL is the very top place you can type in. That's what the URL is. The very top place you can type things in. You're going to just type in google.com. Even if you think you're on the google.com screen, go do it again. Type in google.com, and it should take you to a page that looks like this. So google.com, and it takes you to a page that looks like this. And I want you to pause right there, because once everybody's here, we're going to show you how to log in to your Google account. Okay. Go to google.com. Go to google.com. Okay, so whenever you see that, always look down here, and if there's a little star next to it, click on it and see what's up. So let's click on that.
Okay.
There we go. And then you're going to put that in. And remember, your password is the uppercase A, the lowercase d, and then that.
Okay.
And then your username does not use the @USD. Just stop at the 1.
Okay.
You're good. Just up here, type in google.com. Oh yeah, just type in google.com. No, you don't want to sign in there. That's signing into Chrome. We don't want to sign into Chrome just yet. You're good. Now just type in google.com. Type in google.com. Girls, make sure you're on Google so we can get started. Make sure you type in google.com. Good. So now we will close this. And it should install for you. Good, you're good, you're good, you're good, 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 good. Make sure you type in google.com. Oh, you're already there, you're good. Now just hit cancel. And then type in google.com. Oh, yeah, it's already there. You're good, you're good, you're good, good. Make sure you type in google.com. Good, make sure you go to google.com. Make sure you go to google.com. Google.com. Remember, type in at the top one, not that one. Or you can click on that, that's fine. Make sure you type in google.com. What's that? Just type in google.com. Google.com? Google.com? Good, good, good. Good, good. Yes, because remember, this is a Microsoft browser, and we want the Chrome browser. Go. Now type in, up here, type in google.com. Make sure you're on Chrome. Right now you're on Explorer. Good, good. We're going to sign in right now, okay? So make sure you just type in, just Google, there you go, perfect. Type in, remember, you need to be in Chrome. Right now you're in Explorer, okay? Hit accept and then run. Make sure you type in google.com. Okay, now, I know there's still some of you getting caught up, which is fine. I'll go over this individually with you. But the majority of us have the Google screen open. Now, it should say Google on it. It should not say welcome to Chrome. There is a difference. Now let me tell you the difference. Okay? Google is a company. Okay? Google is a company. And so when you log into Google, you're logging into that company's resources. Chrome is a browser. Chrome is a product of Google. Now, once we log in to Google and set up our account, we can then attach our Google account to Chrome. Now, what's the benefit of that? Well, if you log in to the school computer, let's say your computer broke down, or you don't have a computer, or something happened where you don't have a computer anymore, all of your stuff is in the cloud. Okay, it's that buzzword, meaning it doesn't reside on any of your devices. It's just out there. And so any computer you log into, it will give you access to all of your stuff, all of it, from any computer. One of the things you might want access to are all your favorite websites, okay? And that's what Chrome is. It's a browser, and you can save your websites. And so if you link your Google account to the Chrome account, whenever you log in to Chrome, or to Google, it'll bring all of your Chrome settings with it. So we're not going to do that right now. That's why those of you who got onto Chrome and it said, welcome to Chrome, and then I came by and I said, type in google.com. Because if you try to log into Chrome before you log into Google, it won't work. So everybody needs to be on this page. Now let me get everybody set up in the right spot. Some of you may use your computer with your original Google account. Okay? If that's the case, you're going to have a little round circle in the upper right-hand corner like I do. It may have your picture. It may just be a blue circle. If that's the case for you, you need to click on that blue circle and click Sign Out.